Hey, well, welcome, everyone. So glad you are all here and able to spend a little bit of time with us today. My name is Russell Petrie, and my co-host is,
I'm Cindy Greenwood. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta.
and I'm from Langley, British Columbia. So we're gonna spend maybe 40 minutes, and we're gonna just quickly go through and share why we're so excited about PartnerCo, a little bit of why we're different, a little bit about that, some quality stuff. We love to talk about our quality, and then we're gonna we have a great testimonial coming up to hear. So stay tuned for that, and then we'll dive into a few products and just share a little bit about that. And then before you know it, we'll be at the end. So without further ado, we'll get going. We are Partner Co, and we have a few things we want to share right off the bat. We are a business, but we have fun lifestyle, but we also have a lot of wellness. So there's three areas of our lives that we believe are critical, right? So it's good you can make lots of money and you can have a good lifestyle, but if you're not really healthy, it's kind of doesn't work that well, right? Or you can be super healthy, but maybe you don't have much money, right? Or what I did, I was pretty healthy, but I was busy working all the time. I had no life, right? I had no life. So that was kind of my kind of thing. So right, Cindy, we want to balance it out, right? So
Yeah,
that's
you
what we're going
definitely
to talk about.
you need that balance to be able to enjoy either one or the other, right? Or both of them, hopefully. That's where we want to be, right? The mission that PartnerCo has is to power health and prosperity around the world. And you can see at the bottom, we're building partnerships, we're inspiring wellness, creating wealth, finding adventure, which is awesome. And we have the most uplifting community. I've never seen anything like it. And every day I'm glad that I'm part of it.
Yes, yeah, the community actually becomes one of the most important parts of this. Whether you're just looking for wellness or whether you're looking for if you're looking to make some money, but the community, especially during our COVID times, the community became very, very tight and very, very blessed to be part of it.
That's right. And we did talk about the wellness side, and this is our product approach here. So we are a science and nature collaboration. So we take the science and we bring in the nature. We look at those clinical studies. I say we, like I'm doing anything, I'm not doing anything. It's all the doctors and the researchers and everybody, but I get to benefit from all of it, as do all of you. So they will look at all of the studies and the research and everything, and they will bring things together that work synergistically to enhance each other. And that's why a lot of times we find that people will get results faster with our products than maybe a different product that they've tried. And farm to pharmaceutical is you can see the spelling, right? It's FARM, not PH. It's definitely not big pharma. So we are farm to pharmaceutical, and we go out and find the best of the raw ingredients. And we have, you can see guaranteed, tested, and proven on the other side. We have a process where we make sure that before we even accept the raw ingredients, that they pass our tests. And then there's a whole process around that right to production that is quality tested all through. And that's really important, especially in an industry that's not regulated. And anybody can go into their garage and mix something up and fill in some paperwork and put it on a shelf. So it's definitely something you want to be um, aware of, and in any product that you're choosing. So we actually can test or can trace our products from seed all the way to the end product. And that's pretty unique, I think. Right, Russell?
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing I really like about this is that when we look around, like there's last week we shared or someone shared she's been in the kind of the health industry for several years, like a couple decades, without saying too much. And as we have an ingredient now and a brand new cool product, again combining things that the health industry has never really shared with us, or she never heard about it before, right? So I love how we're so innovative, and that's where we use science and we use yeah, it's just how we combine things. And when we do all that, when we combine everything and we come up with solutions that last. It's so amazing. So quickly look through here in this on this picture, this slide, and maybe type in the chat which one or two you're looking for a solution for. Are you looking are you looking for weight management? Are you looking for just, for me, healthy aging? My dad got to retire and then he sat on the couch and watched the O.J. Simpson trial. And after that trial was over, he went to the doctor. He had Parkinson's. He didn't have much of a healthy aging. He didn't get to go golfing, and have fun, that kind of stuff, right? So solutions, so what kind of solutions are you guys looking for? Energy, sleep, amazing. Healthy aging for sure, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So we have solutions for all these things.
That's right. And as we bring this up again, this guaranteed tested and proven, because it is one of those things that's just so important to know what's going into your body, right? We know that we should be reading labels and we should be looking for things that we don't want to put in our body. But when you can have a company that puts its stamp on it, and that stamp means that they've gone through all of their quality control tests, plus they've sent it out to third parties. You can see here along the bottom the third party certifications that we have. That just takes it to that next level and knows that you can trust it. I always kind of compare it to an auditor who, and this is what I used to do, audits public companies. When you're going to invest your money in something, you want to know that that's a good investment, right? It's the same thing here. If you're going to invest money in your health, you want to know that you're getting your money's worth, and you definitely are here.
100%. And here's why. Here's why you are getting your money's worth. Because we have a great scientific advisory board. We have doctors that they are medical trained physicians. They are also doctors that have come to us even after, like, we're attracting doctors. Some people here have come to us after we became partner co, because because we tell everyone, because I'm not a doctor. I sit on a tractor all day in the weekends, and now I sit on a fork truck all day, Tuesday to. I'm not a doctor, but I tell people when I'm sharing to go take this stuff to your doctor and show. So we get lots of doctors and nurses now joining naturopaths, joining our teams, right? And this is how Dr. Pena joined. He was, and we're going to talk about him later in one of our products maybe. But we have this amazing group of doctors, and some have very personal stories. Like Dr. Strand, we won't tell it today. Maybe come back next week, I'll share. But Dr. Strand and his wife have a very personal story of how they discovered what we're sharing with you today, right? And we have a wellness council as well, right? So that's amazing. We have friends that are on the wellness council as well. It's just not some make believe people that we don't know. Our friend Colleen is on that council. And we have an athletics council as well, because we're going to talk a little bit about one of our certifications allows professional athletes to confidently take our products. They're Olympians to confidently take our products and not be, drug tested, just after their event, and have something come up on a test, right? So we have an athletics council. So an amazing community to making sure that we are having the best stuff, the best products, top quality and everything, right, Cindy?
That's right. And we're going to get into some of our products now. And as we go through, we'll continue to tell you a little bit of why we're different. But we did want to spend a bit of time there just to give you an idea what the company's about. And this is really one of our flagship products right now. This is our Slenderized drops. They help support weight management, control appetite, boost metabolism. You've got energy, mood, and helps with digestive health as well. And this is you may have seen a post where, somebody's shown their before and after, and we'll show you some of those as well. But these are just amazing. The first drop really kind of gets in. They're homeopathic. I'll say that at first here. They're homeopathic. There's no hormones in it, but they do work with your cortisol hormone, your insulin, and your thyroid systems. And they just kind of get those balanced. And when you get those balanced, the weight just starts to come off because your body's working like the way it should. We have a lot of people who talk about how it's helping them maintain their blood sugar levels and bring those down. And with all of our products, we don't say that we treat, cure, diagnose, or heal anything. But when you give the body good products and the products and nutrition that it needs, the body really just kind of works on its own and gets there. The second drop is kind of your B12 vitamins, and it's the methylated form, which is the form that you would get if you went to the doctor to get a shot in your arm kind of thing. And some other great stuff that just gives you that energy and gives you that feel good. So you've got the craving control, you've got the appetite control, you've got the hormones and the insulin and the cortisol and everything getting balanced in the first drop, and the second drop is taking care of your mood and giving you more boosts. So again, synergistically, they're working together really well. We've got some real science, real results. So you see, these are a lot of our folks here that have used the drops, and we have like literally, I think probably tens of thousands of these pictures now that there's so many people on the drops and having such great success. So we've got some really great ones here. This, when we talk about the products working together, we do have about 100 products through our markets. And this lady, I love telling her story because she was so sick when she started, and when she'd go to her doctor, and many of us ladies have experienced this. Oh, everything's normal in your readings, right? Like there's nothing wrong with you, just go home. But yet she can't eat anything. She feels awful. She hurts all the time. All of these things, she knew she had to do something. So she started on the drops, and she had a goal to lose 30 pounds in 6 months. And as you can see, she lost 100 pounds in 6.5 months. Now, she did use more of the products because she knew she needed more help. She needed a few different things. So you can see along the bottom here, this we fondly refer to now as the Brenda pack, because she had such great results. And we'll talk about some of these products as we go through, but just to show you that there is a full support system here. And the other thing I will say with that is the support system isn't just the products, it's our community. Our community really supports us all through the process of however you're doing your health journey. But I got to hang out with her this last weekend, and we had a ton of fun. And she's so happy and feeling great. You know these two, don't you, Russell?
Yes, I do. And actually, I believe Nadine's on the call tonight.
Yep.
And yeah, just we can show so many pictures of these pictures. Just just
Yeah.
here, but here's some examples of just some of the things that happen. And this was a challenge. They did a challenge, and that we love this slide because her husband is an amazing guy. He decided to jump in at the last minute because she had someone jump off. We were looking for a 6 people team, 6-person team, and someone jumped off, and he said, "Oh, okay, sure, honey, I'll jump in." Right? And look at the transformation that he had. Like incredible, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't, he wasn't even gonna do it. He was gonna support his wife. And so it's just these stories are incredible. So
Yeah, and our friend Nicole here too. She had an amazing, she jumped in on a challenge as well. And we do have a new challenge that's just coming up here in May 11th, I believe. So if whoever's invited you to this, if you're interested in maybe jumping in on that challenge, definitely reach out to them. But she jumped in a challenge, and she wasn't even doing it to lose weight. She was starting to go through perimenopause, and she had brain fog, and she was sweating all the time and just having quite a rough time. And when she started on these drops, she didn't even think about losing weight, but she ended up losing 29 pounds in 28 days and got rid of her brain frog and wasn't sweaty as much that sort of thing. So she's really great. Both of these ladies, all three of them, I hung out with this last weekend in Red Deer, and we just had a blast. So it was great. But this lady I hadn't met before, and she is going to do her testimonial tonight. And this is her and her husband, Charlie. And it was great to get to know her. And she, I think she had a lot of fun at our event there in Red Deer as well. So I'm going to bring up Helen. I'm just going to pin you, Helen. And I'm going to stop sharing so that we can see you. All right, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Well, yeah, we started this following Nicole for about 3 months before. We were supposed to go visit Mitch and Bernie in Yuma, spend a month there. Kind of plans changed and says, okay, our journey must be here. And so we started January 6th doing the challenge. And yeah, amazing. Charlie started, and within week 1, he dropped his 57 units of insulin and started to cut back at his metformin and other those drugs. Nurse Colleen called and said, "Hey guys, like what's happening? Your sugar levels are dropping," because Charlie was having lows. But hey, within week 2, all of a sudden things kind of stabilized. But he dropped all of Ozempic and dropping pounds, never feeling hungry, but we did stay on plan. Like we were very diligent. The food guide was very awesome. We're never hungry. By the end of January, or the challenge, Charlie had dropped 29.4 pounds in the 28-day challenge, and he came in 3rd place in that challenge for that category. So that was really awesome. He's doing good as of today. He is now 60.4 pounds down and 31.5 inches.
Wow.
And that's only in 113 days. He is feeling, well, he's right here. He can say hi. Feeling good. And yeah, we're loving where we are on that. For myself, I was diagnosed in 03 with Crohn's, in and out of hospitals many times. 05 had surgery. Within 3 months, it was back. So there started a drug called Remicade, and I've been on that, and I go every 4 weeks to Edmonton. So you get all these aches and pains from all the meds you've been on. And so since starting this, it was like, okay, I want to get my pain level more manageable. I want to be able to keep up to my little grandkids. A whole lot of benefit I wanted. I didn't think I needed to lose weight, but I did, and I feel amazing because now I can run almost as fast as my 7-year-old grandson. So I've dropped up to 32.5 pounds and 25 inches. And I see my doctor on Friday, my gastro, and I'm hoping to move my treatments to every 6 weeks instead of every 4 weeks. So both of us, our blood work has been amazing. Our blood pressure was taken today by a new doctor, and he is just like, "Oh, that's really, really good." So yeah, we're staying on. We're keep on going. We're loving it. So
Incredible.
yeah,
Incredible.
So together you've almost lost 100 pounds.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Didn't add it up today that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
yeah.
gonna bring your picture up here again. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm gonna share it. And I'm not sure if you're still pinned here or not. There we go. So yeah, and the one of the things, like I mean, you can see it in the picture and it's amazing, but seeing the difference even in the meds, that's what we find a lot is those non-scale victories where you're able to get, working with your doctor, possibly reduce some of medications and just even like you say with your Crohn's disease, if you're able to move from 4 to 6 weeks, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that you know what? It just the 4 weeks limits us to what we want to do in our retirement. And being that we're of that age, that's what we want to do. We want to strive in our retirement and be able to come and go places and do things. And you're limited with aches and pains. Well, might as well stay home and just sit on the couch. But that's not in our future.
Not anymore,
Exactly.
that's for
Yeah.
sure.
No.
So you saw a post from Nicole, the girl that we shared just before, just on the slide before, right?
Yes, actually Nicole used to ride. I picked her up. We drove school bus, so we used to pick her up. So we've known her pretty well all her life and seen a lot of her challenges. And yeah, just watching her, and you're curious. You're saying like, yeah, you know what? I've done all these other things. Like what's different? And seeing her happiness was a major thing. and just like, hey, you know what? Yeah, so she came over and talked to us a little bit, and she gave us our time, and she says, hey, you know what? Look into it, see it, join in on a Zoom. And that's what I did. And then we sat on another one, and yeah, just blown away with how well we feel. And yeah.
You mentioned Nurse Colleen. So Cindy at the beginning, one of the things she said is that we have support, so much support from not only the quality of the products, but our community helping people, right? So you mentioned Colleen, and she's on our wellness council, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, in that first few days, Charlie wears a sensor for his diabetic, and we were followed by the diabetic team, and all of a sudden, like 3, 4 times during the night, it's going off the alarms. He's having a low and this and that. So both Nicole and Nurse Colleen came on, and we did a Zoom call, and hey, like, what's going on? What are we doing? We said, well, we're watching, we're monitoring, we're keeping track of everything. And then the diabetic team did call us, and she went over everything with us, and she says, well, you're doing stuff right, just keep watching on that. And in February, Charlie ended up fracturing his L1 and L2 and compressed his disc. So he had to do his 1 year annual diabetic test, and he was in the hospital. And so again, the Vermilion Diabetic Clean team called us and said, hey, your A1C is on the lowest it's ever been. Your urinalysis, what was put out was amazing. Blood pressure, other blood work technology that they were telling us about, she'd never seen. She said, okay, keep a diary, what you're eating. And when I told her, she says, it's amazing. She'd never had anybody that did as well with this, and she wanted to know more. So we're supposed to see her here in May, and I'm going to bring up my book and show her so she can see more.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, we do hear stories often about how, when the person goes in to their doctor the next time after having some issues and the blood work is so much better, that they're surprised, because not a lot of people will actually make that change in their life. And you mentioned the booklet. So we have a booklet that comes with the drops that kind of takes you through everything, but it also has what we call our yes list, is our approved foods, right? And really it's like it's real food. It's meats and vegetables and healthy oils and nuts and that sort of thing. And you said you guys didn't feel hungry while you were on it, and you did really well.
Yeah, we stayed on plan, and we had the great support team. So they would kind of message us when we were taking our drops, and then everybody was kind of snapping pictures of their meals. So it gave us an insight. Oh, that looked really good. I think I'm going to try that. Oh, so it was never bored with anything we ate. It was always, let's try this, let's try that. And I kind of laughed because I didn't know if it was going to be true, but I think it was end of January. I was eating an apple going to Lloyd, and I was like, it was so juicy and so sweet. It was like, I've never tasted an apple like that, and I've eaten apples before. And that, so my taste buds on that for me had changed. But Charlie had been on Ozempic for 3 years, and he had, all of a sudden, he didn't like my beef vegetable soup. He didn't like ground beef, chili, any of that. He didn't like even a steak at all. It was just no taste buds whatsoever. Now he can actually eat a steak again. He likes ground beef. He likes a hamburger patty. His taste buds have come back to actually enjoying and having good nourishment on that. So
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people say the taste buds change, then their communication between their gut and their brain changes, as well. So many amazing things. That's an amazing story, you guys. I'm so happy for you both.
yeah, we're loving it.
Yes.
So in maybe 30 seconds, maybe, or a minute, can you, someone who's just listening and they're right, they're listening to this right now, and they're so doubtful, they've tried it all before, and they're like, I don't know, what do you have 30 seconds, 45 seconds to say something to that person?
Trust the process. It's amazing. It works. The best I've ever had.
Thank you.
So awesome. Thanks so much for coming on and sharing with us. I heard some of your story on the weekend, but hearing the full story, that's just, it's just amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we're gonna go through a few of our other products now. One other thing that makes us very different is that we actually have our own lab that creates some of these products, right? So our doctors and our researchers and everybody are creating these different things as we see what's needed out there. So this is a great addition to the drops. It's called AbVantage because it is a product that really focuses in on the waist and the hips. So it starts to get that brown fat, which is your good fat, to start kind of reducing the white fat, which is the visceral or the bad fat. And it uses, and this is, Russell had alluded to this earlier, but it uses a culinary spice, which is called grains of paradise from Africa. And it just helps to burn calories faster, even if you're at rest. So, when you add these two, people are finding that their inches are coming down as fast or faster sometimes than the actual numbers on the scale. So it's a great partnership, and all of our products are really meant to work together if you want to, like, so whatever you're pairing, you can use together. You can see here is another collab product, and this is our sugar stop. So occasionally, even if you're on the body balancing system, you might have a birthday party to go to, or a graduation or something where you may not be able to control exactly what's being offered to eat. So you take this before you go, and it helps to block 40% of the sugars from starch-based foods like your pastas and your breads and that sort of thing, and 20% of sugars. So that's your desserts basically. And it also helps you feel fuller. So when you take it beforehand, you tend to not eat as much anyway because you're not as hungry. It tastes amazing. It tastes like mango, and it is really like a fiber additive. So even if you're not having something that is off plan, this is a great thing to take each day because we don't get enough fiber in our diets. This is an amazing addition, and it's, like I said, it tastes amazing. It's so good. How about this one, Russell?
Yes, so Renew is another, great product. It is just revolutionary. It's actually 4 products in one, really. But you can read through the words there, but for the most part, for most people, what it does right off the bat is helps people get their sleep better, right? And it depends what kind of sleep maybe you struggle with. Maybe you fall asleep quickly, but you wake up and then you can't fall back to sleep. Or maybe you sleep quickly, but then you don't sleep that long, and then you wake up and you can't go back to sleep at all, right? So whatever your sleep issue is, this product tends to help that. And the main thing it does though is produce HGH, which is kind of that human growth hormone we had surging through our bodies when we were 20 years old. We could fall down and bounce right back up and just keep on going like nothing happened, right? But nowadays, if you're in your 50s, 60s, you fall down and you sometimes you wonder, should I get up? Or it might take you a half hour to get up. You never know, right? But so this kind of just puts that back in your system again. So you start to really feel more younger like you did back in the day when you had all the HGH. So our body naturally produces less as we get older, and this product basically is formulated to tell our body to start producing more just from naturally, just using herbs and food. So pretty amazing product. It tastes great. It tastes like kiwi, and just an amazing product. So have someone maybe write Renew down. It's a very popular product. Make a note and then ask the person who shared this video with you, recording with you, about more about it, because we could talk about this for an hour. This
Yeah.
product itself.
It's an amazing product. A lot of people really love it, especially the taste. It tastes really good. These are our protein powders and our supplement powders. So we have a 3-in-1 plant protein, and it has all your vitamins, minerals. It's got prebiotics, probiotics, all of that great stuff. So it is a full meal replacement. And then we have a couple additions, which is Beauty Boost, and you can see what it does there. It's kind of helps produce collagen, and our Power Boost, which helps with energy, stamina, and metabolism. But the favorite one of mine out of all of these is the Giving Greens, because I like to have a salad every day, but I don't eat a whole lot of vegetables other than that. And when I have 2 little scoops of this in my shake, or sometimes just with the Power Boost, because I can mix that with some almond milk and it tastes like chocolate milk, I get 2.5 pounds of vegetables, which never in a day would I ever eat. So it makes sure that I get everything that I need. And a lot of people I know use it to get more greens into either their husband's diets or their kids' diets, that sort of thing. So it works really well that way.
One thing I'd like to share is on the Beauty Boost. You know, if people are shedding quite a bit of weight, they often have excess skin. So again, one way we're different as a company is we look at all these things. We look at all these issues. So Beauty Boost, and we're going to talk about another product coming up. They're very good for helping your skin kind of not be loose anymore, and just strengthening your skin, and having that elasticity come back, so that you're not having all this loose skin, right? And Brenda, who we talked about earlier, the Brenda pack, she loved that product, and she, even though she shed that 100 pounds, she has claims that she has no loose skin. It's a fear for some people. So again, we look at the whole thing, the whole gamut, when we're looking at something here.
That's right. Here we have a few other products. We do have another collagen product here. You can see on the top right. And we have a detox product, which is a really great detox. It's not a cleanse, so it doesn't make you run to the bathroom all the time. It's a very gentle detox. And as you're losing weight as well, the toxins that are stored in the fat cells, you really want to get those toxins out. So this really helps with that. Our probiotic, which Dr. Pena, which Russell talked about at the beginning there, he's the one that created this for us, and it took him 12 years to create it. And it is different from all other probiotics because most of them open up in the stomach. And then when they're in the stomach acids will kind of kill off most of the live good bugs, right? This one actually has a time release. So it goes through your stomach and actually opens up at the beginning of the small intestine, where you can actually use all of the good bugs. So it is one of the best that I've ever tried, and I never ever want to go without that one. Or this other product here, Elite 8 adaptogenic herbs, that really just overall just make us all better people. It really just it gives you patience. It helps with stress. It helps with brain fog as well, and beauty. So definitely, if you're interested in that, follow up with the person who invited you.
Even the bottle on, you can stay here, Cindy,
Oh.
but even the bottle on that probiotic is revolutionary. Like, they look at everything, folks. I'm telling you.
Mhm.
So many bottles from probiotics, they're not the right color. They could be glass or colored or brown or whatever, but they're allowing the product to degrade a little bit, to lose its efficacy while it's still on the shelf, right? Our bottle actually prevents that. It's specially designed, amazing bottle, to make sure that it stays potent until the end of the bottle. So it's amazing. So here's, speaking of amazing, here's another cool, very cool product. I got mine charging at the moment, but we're putting all this goodness in our bodies and stuff like that. But sometimes our blood, Helen talked about her blood results and blood tests and stuff like that, and blood work, and sometimes our blood is kind of stuck together. It kind of, you can see it in that one before picture, and that's not kind of the best way. We want our blood cells to be kind of separate. It's like little kids playing hockey, like little tiny kids playing hockey. They're all huddled around the puck, right? We don't want that. We want them kind of spread out a little bit, right? And we want our blood cells that way as well, because of what they do. Our blood cells carry oxygen and nutrition all throughout our body, right? But if they're all kind of holding, imagine a couple holding hands, they can't carry as much groceries, right? Because they're holding hands. So, but if they stop holding hands, they can carry more bags of groceries, right? Makes sense, right? So same thing here. So this is what this product does. It's basically a communication device to keep our blood cells a little bit more separate. And then we can carry more oxygen nutrition all through our body. And that in itself does amazing things. Put a 1 or a 2 in the chat there if you've used this product at all and noticing some kind of a difference with just that. I sleep with the web every night. So a pretty amazing device. So again, write down PEMF and ask for more information, because again, this could be like, we could talk about this for 2 hours. That was just really quick.
Yeah, and we could probably talk an hour on every product that we have, and most of us have stories on anything that we've tried. But sometimes, maybe you don't want powders, maybe you don't want pills. We do have liquid nutrition. So noni is been around for 25 or 30 years, comes from Tahiti, and it is an overall health and wellness product. But it's also an adaptogen. So when people take it, they might take it for different things and get different results. But we have a book that's like 101 uses for noni. And every time I go in there, I'm like, really? It does that too? Like it's pretty amazing. And we have it in the bottles and we have it in convenient pouches there. And this one, again, there's the stories on this one are amazing. We'll have to have a testimonial on that one time. But that's a really great one. MOA is called Mother of All, and it has 36 different superfoods in it, including 6 medicinal mushrooms. So to have it all in that little pack and have it stay good, it doesn't go bad, we've actually created our own preservative, which is a natural preservative, because the industry said that there was none out there that we could use that was natural. So again, we're different. We said we're not going to accept that. We're going to create our own. So that is an amazing product. And limu is from the sea. So it says we seaweed differently. And it uses a seaweed called phacoidin, and we extract the nutrients from that seaweed. And there's over 80 nutrients in there that you get from the sea. And again, you can see all of the benefits below there. Did you want to take this one, Russell?
Sure. We have, again, so much stuff. The cellular energy, you listen to Dr. Strand talk about BioPro Q. It's like energy for your brain cells. It's so important. And I forget, there's something in there that our body doesn't produce, but we need it. And it's hard to get in our food. So, but this is that product has it. The Magnecal D, amazing. A lot of calcium, magnesium type products, they don't get the calcium to the right spot, and it can go to the wrong spot in your body, which is very bad actually if that happens. Or it's just using a calcium that your body can't even use, right? There's like 6 different kinds, and there's like 4 of them that our body doesn't even utilize. There's only 2 that our body utilizes properly. But you need to make sure it gets to the right spot, right? If it goes to the wrong spot, you want it to go to your bones and stuff and make your bones stronger, but it could go to other places which you don't want to have happen. The omega, again, the optimals. So the Dr. Strand, he loves the optimals. He's a certified doctor. He's practicing right now. He puts all his patients walk in his door at his office, and he shares them with the vitamins and the minerals just to get them going. And he says he solves a lot of issues just putting them on good nutrition. And then afterwards, he'll start using, if he needs to use some pharmaceuticals, he will, right? But he puts them on the minerals and the vitamins first, and solves most people's issues. That show that our food is not doing the job, because the food is not as good as it used to be, because our soils aren't as good as they used to be. So we have to supplement. And that's Dr. Strand has written many books. And so again, write his name down, Dr. Strand, and get lots of information. He's our chief medical officer. Amazing person I met. He's the first person I met from kind of, is he corporate? I guess he is. He's the first person I met in this, when I was looking at this, and I was like, arms crossed, head down. I was like, I don't know about this stuff. But listening to Dr. Strand and his story about his wife, just so it was so real. Like, everything was so good. So he actually his wife rides horses. My wife rides horses. He has to clean stalls every once in a while. I get to clean stalls. So anyway, so he's so, and they're so down to earth, relatable. It's so amazing. So anyways, I get sidetracked. I apologize.
Yeah.
But that's
Another
just
cool thing here too, Russell, right, is that these are actually in the physician's desk reference. So physicians can actually go to their desk reference, which shows them all of the different medications and different things that they can prescribe. And we
Yeah.
have, I believe, 6 products in that physician's desk reference. So
Yep, the optimals and the Magnical D, I believe, the Noni, and I think the next slide has Vinali.
yeah.
So that's in the medical desk reference. So doctors, I think that's more in the States, but they can actually look for something in our products. So that's where a huge difference, where other companies don't maybe have one. But we got like a 6. That's incredible.
Yeah, and Vinali is actually the other product that when Russell was talking about Beauty Boost and how it can tighten the skin and that sort of thing, Vinali is in conjunction with that is what Brenda used when she lost 100 pounds very quickly, that she doesn't have any extra skin. And like I said, I just hung out with her on the weekend and I can confirm that, you can usually see that when people have lost a lot of weight and their skin is a little bit saggy. She does not have that at all. This is an amazing product as well. It's kind of like a super vitamin C is what I call it. And when I started taking it, it actually helped with my allergies. It definitely reduced those. So it does, you can see right on our products too, it says heart, eyes, skin, and lungs. So it kind of tells you what areas of the body that it's really good for. Our Rejuvenex on the side here, it is really turbocharged. Let me see if I can say that again. Turbocharged. I take 2 of these every morning and I don't need coffee. You can take up to 4, but I don't think I've ever taken 4 because I've taken 2 and that's good enough. It is really great, but it's a very even energy, right? It's not going to give you those big jumps or big lows or anything like that. And I find that it really gets my brain going in the morning. It really gives me some of that clarity and some of that focus. So it is one that is one of my favorites for sure. So we do have 100 products. We didn't go through 100 products, but we did go through some of our favorites there. But we also have this amazing lifestyle that we're living, right? You can see us here. You can see down, if you look really closely down at the bottom one, you can maybe see Russell. He's standing in the back with his hands up and a white hat on. Yep, he got to go on one of our trips to Puerto Vallarta. I think it was a year or so ago. So we have a lot of fun. You can see everybody's having a lot of fun, and this is what you want to do when you get older. Like this is what I want to do when I grow up. We would travel to places that you actually want to travel to, and you saw some of them there. And then we have these amazing conventions. PXP is our big one. The North American one this year is down in Dallas, and then we have one in Europe and one in Asia and one somewhere else. I always forget the 4th one, but there's 4 big ones. PartnerCo Connect, we're having one of those in Calgary at the end of May. So if you're interested in that, definitely let us know, or if you're a partner, get your ticket. And our Discover events, which are kind of like this, but a little bit bigger, where you get to kind of learn a bit more about PartnerCo. This is our Calgary Connect event that's coming up.
That's
And
going to be you'll see Dr. Strand, who I've been talking about, Barbara Cox Lovesy, who we never mentioned, but she was in one of the slides earlier on our medical advisory board. And then John Wadsworth is our one of our owners, right? John Wadsworth has basically, we talked about Noni, about 35 years, Noni. So that's John Wadsworth on the right. He basically, he's a brand partner like we are. He started out like 30 some years ago helping people with Noni, right? So they're actually standing right now in Tahiti. This is I believe standing outside of our Tahitian noni, one of our factories where Tahitian noni is made. All the locals, we support huge local communities in Tahiti with this product. So And then of course Darren is our chief executive officer. So between the two of them are owners. So very, yeah, we love, everyone here loves these guys. They're very down to earth and heart driven, and you'll see the values that they have that we share.
Yes, so we that's definitely something you want to take a look at when you are looking at products. If you're listening to anything out there, seeing posts on Facebook, there's a lot of companies that aren't lasting or getting bought out, that sort of thing. Darren and John are building a generational company. They don't want to just, jump in, make some money and jump out. They're building a company that is 100-year company. And these are the values that they're bringing with them. So you can see them here. I'm not going to read them all out, but I've been in corporate for a long time, and I've never seen a corporate value that is work is an adventure, right? And if you see the pictures there, and our pictures from this weekend where we did a big training in Red Deer, it is an adventure and is a lot of fun. But for me, one of the big things here was that true partnership. And that is something that's really important. So when we talked about the wellness committee and the athletes committee, those are partner committees. So as partners, we have a voice to the owners and to the corporate, right? And the other thing, of course, as well, as whenever you're assessing a business, you want to know how much money you make. And with the true partnership for me was that they do, for every dollar that comes out, 50 to 51% of that goes back to the partners in our comp plan. And we do have the #1 voted compensation plan. We have 8 ways to get paid. So we've been voted #1 3 times in a row. You can see some of our other numbers here, way more than 1 million bottles of Slender Eyes sold now. We're in over 50 countries, over 172 million bottles of noni sold, but we have the exclusive rights to the area where our noni comes from, so we don't have to worry about it running out. And you can see some of our other stats here too. We're winning awards left, right, and center for all areas of business, not just products or leadership or marketing, but all areas. This is just a list of some of the 50 countries that we're in, and we are growing. We are looking at other countries to open up. This is our 8 different ways that we get paid. And the great thing about it is that we can trust that we don't have to know every single little piece of it, because we have a system that creates a way that makes it so that we are paid the most each week that we can be. And there's other companies I've seen where you're kind of like, okay, well, if I move this here and that sort of thing, you don't have to do any of that here. They really want you focused on helping people get healthy, and everything else is done for us. So if you want to say hello, partner, next time you see us, you can do that very easily by getting a membership. And a membership is just a one-time fee. In Canada, it's $37.95. In the US, it's $29.95. And that's one time. It's not like a Costco membership where you have to, pay every year or that sort of thing. And with that, you get your replicated website, your back office, you get a share app, you get virtual trainings, onboarding, you get all of the things that you need to day one, just start your business. And there's a couple other things you get, right, Russell?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get us. We help you. And you know what? You get the person who's shared this with you, you get them, but you get so many other people as well, because it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who you are, which team you're on or anything like that. We all help each other. Right? That's so amazing. So you basically get, I don't know how many brand partners there are, but there's a lot. You get support all over the place. Just like Helen was saying, support for their health journey. You also get support from your business journey as well, right? So pretty amazing.
Yeah, and we're attracting a lot of people right now, and a lot of them are coming, either coming from other companies or been in other companies. And I listen to every morning. We have a call that's, there's about 500 people on it every morning, and it's all different lines. And a lot of people are telling their stories and what's going on with them. And they're saying that, they were in a company for 10 years before, and they made more in the first month than they did in the 10 years in that other company. Like, it's pretty amazing. So we really want to live healthy, make money, and see the world. We want to have fun. We want to age gracefully. And we are doing that for sure, as you heard from Helen and her husband. So we got some options, right, Russell?
Yes. So get a pen, get some paper. You got to write down a number. Okay. So option number one, you just want to be a customer. You just want to buy something, right? And oh, gotta let Leanne in. And you just want to buy something, and that's it, right? So, but why pay retail? You know, it's option two. Maybe you can get a better price. You can spend the entry fee, the membership, the one-time membership fee. You can get a better price. That's pretty cool. So that's number two. So write that down if you're interested in number two. But number three is, how about, let's make a little bit of play money. Let's have some fun money. I got to go to Mexico, right? And so you have some fun doing some stuff, right? So you can pay for your products. How's that? Not hard to do. And then you can use those products like forever. You don't have to worry about it because you've shared a little bit and you've made enough to cover that. So that's option three. That's pretty cool. How about maybe your option four? Like, you know what? Let's go. So so Helen talked about Nicole. Nicole is like, not at the beginning, but Nicole now is option four. She's like, yeah, baby, let's go, right? And she's one of the top in North America right now. So doing very well. Definitely one of the top in Canada. And so yeah, you can go here if you want to. Cindy was just saying, some people, the economy is happening and different things are happening, and some other companies are changing how they're doing things, and so we are getting an influx of, and they're shocked at what they can do here in a short period of time. So maybe option four is something you consider. So I was actually option two. I wasn't interested in any of this for about 7 months until now I'm option four now. So write down which one you are and get back to the person who shared this with you. Congratulations, we've made it to the end. A little bit longer than we said. I apologize. So we get excited, and we wanted to give Helen and Charlie so much time to share their amazing story. So thank you, you guys, and Cindy, thank you again for your fabulous job that you do every single week, doing all the controls, all the buttons, and making things happen. And instead of the beautiful slideshow, folks, that's what Cindy does. So thank you so much. And so get back. We'll shut down the recording, and you can hang around if you have any questions. We'll take a few questions.